The 17th annual Arise Detroit Neighborhoods Day arrives on Saturday, August 5th. More than 100 events are going to take place across the city, including community improvement projects, school supply giveaways, art and music festivals, and resource fairs. The events are organized by block clubs, community groups, and churches. Hundreds of volunteers take place in this massive community service day. I spoke with the man who came up with the idea for Neighborhoods Day, Arise Detroit Executive Director, Luther Keith. Luther Keith, I look forward every year to talking to you about Neighborhoods Day and the work that you're doing at Arise Detroit. Welcome back to American Black Journal.
Great to be back. Thanks for having me, Steve.
Yeah, so exciting event coming up again. Remind me what year this is for Neighborhoods Day.
This is the 17th consecutive year for Neighborhoods Day in Detroit. We started in 2007. And a lot of people don't know this, Steve, but actually in 2007, then Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick issued a proclamation officially making the first Saturday of every August henceforth as Arise Detroit Neighborhoods Day. So it's actually a observable day for the city of Detroit and its residents.
Yeah. So let's talk about, for people who maybe don't know, what Neighborhoods Day is and why it's become so important.
Well, Neighborhoods Day is a key citywide community service day unlike any in the nation. What's unique about it is that it involves literally more than 100 events, churches, block clubs, communities having events in their own neighborhoods, not at Belle Isle, not at Hart Plaza, not at a big golf tournament, nothing wrong with that. But this day was created strictly to appreciate the people in the neighborhood so they can feel appreciated and respected. And so this day, we ask all the churches and block clubs and community groups, which this day will be August the 5th, to have their own event to show how they're making a difference in the neighborhood. Some people do cleanup, some people have festivals, some people have school supply giveaways, resource fairs, job fairs, concerts, things for kids and activities for kids, old-fashioned block parties, meet and greets. So each group does its own thing. One unique thing about this, Steve, when we started Neighborhoods Day, when you hear about it, the first thing they say is, where is it? Well, it's where you want it to be.
It's everywhere.
What do you want to do? How long should we do it? How long you want to do it? So it's totally, the neighborhood people are empowered. It's not coming down on high from some executive's office or some foundation or some corporation. People in the neighborhoods, little block clubs all over the city of Detroit, in the churches, and we have many churches involved and businesses as well. So that's what's unique about it. So you live, get in your car, drive, as I do every Neighborhood Day, all over the city and see all these incredible events. The thing that I see wherever I go, people are smiling and they're happy. And there's so much other type of news that we seem to with that this is a day to take a break. But I want to emphasize Neighborhoods Day is not about one day, because this day, people do this work all year long. But on this day, and I think I've used this with you, Steve, and it's a good one, so I'll use it again. Your parents love you every day, but on your birthday, you get the chocolate cake. And Neighborhoods Day is a chocolate cake for all the people in the neighborhoods of Detroit who do all this work. It's day where we put the spotlight, and you and media play a very important part, because this media coverage, again, is inspired people to get involved. And we have hundreds and hundreds of volunteers involved in these little neighborhood groups all over the city. And so somebody do something, they'll say, oh, why aren't we doing that? Why can't we do that? How can we get involved? And so the whole idea is to motivate people to not just sit on the sidelines, but to get involved. And I think I've used this analogy a lot. Jesus is coming, but he's probably not coming tonight. Okay? That means we have to be the Calvary. And so the amazing things that hundreds of people, thousands of people all over Detroit believe in this every year. So by this Neighborhoods Day, we will have marketed over 3,000. Think about it, over 3,000 community events since we started in 2007.
Wow.
Over 3,000. Sometimes, why aren't people doing anything about the neighborhoods? The neighborhoods this. Well, this is a day for people in the neighborhoods, if you're serious about the neighborhoods. Some groups form block clubs, as a result of Neighborhoods Day. And if you don't have a block, you can register as an individual by going to our website, arisedetroit.org. And for the $50 registration fee, you're going to get banners, T-shirts. We've got a sponsor. We'll underwrite $100 of supplies for your cleanup and beautification projects. All the events are posted on our website, arisedetroit.org. You can go right now and see each event in real time, and the list is growing every day. So that's a long way of answering your question, Steve, but this really is a special day, and we look for, I like to call it an iconic day. And Okay, because they are doing this in New York. They are not doing this in Chicago. They are not doing this in Los Angeles. In Detroit, and only Detroit, like this.
So one of the things that I think is really important, the message that's really important about Neighborhoods Day, is when we're organized in Detroit, when we organize with each other, when we decide for ourselves what our neighborhood is going to be like and how they're going to function, things go much better than when we're not doing that or when we let other people do that. And Neighborhoods Day is really a celebration of that, I feel like, almost more than anything else.
Yes, absolutely. People ask me, well, Luther, what's a good neighborhood? 9 times out of 10, it's an organized neighborhood. There's somebody there driving that car. It doesn't have to be a big neighborhood association. Sometimes it's a small little neighborhood, one little block. But somebody has to say, this is our block, and this is our neighborhood. We're going to love it, and we're going to form a committee. We're going to have some people from coffee and figure out what we need to do about the garbage piling up here, or a car driving too fast through the neighborhood, or public safety issues. And one of the things we like is that we got a lot of cooperation from the city of Detroit. They arranged, Ron Brundage, who's head of the city Department of Public Works, he arranged for special pickups after the people who are doing beautification and cleanup projects. They arranged for special pickups to drive through and pick up. Some people think we're the city of Detroit. I have to remind them, we're not the city of Detroit. We don't have trucks to do that, but we have a good relationship with the city of Detroit. We've been very helpful with us in terms of making this day possible. But you're absolutely right. It's about taking kind of control of your destiny and not just saying, why don't they? Why, you listen to the radio sometimes, why don't they? Why don't they? Why don't they? Well, why don't you? And so you don't have to do a huge project. You can do something small. One of our board members, Tony McElwain, who for years ran Ravendale Community, has an expression I think is very true. She says, most people are waiting to be led.
Right.
Most people are waiting to be led. So if you get up and start doing something, somebody else will start doing something. And the whole idea is to be actively involved and engaged. And that's the most important thing we want to happen on Neighborhoods Day. People say, we're going to take control of this. We can't do everything, but we can do a lot. You know, the mayor's not coming to my block. The governor's not coming. The president's not coming. My congressman's not coming in most cases. So we're there. So we have to take some ownership of that. And the most inspiring thing is, Steve, to see these people. And I've made so many great friends all over the city. And you never know how you're touching people. I could be in a grocery market and somebody will come say, you're that community guy. What's that thing you do? And I say, really? People are paying attention. So for me, it's very heartfelt and rewarding for me just to know that in some small way, I can, with all these other people out here, because it's really not on me. And the Rise Detroit, we're a very small organization. And we have the NAACP or Focus Up. We've got a paid staff of 2 people and some volunteers in the board of directors.
Yeah.
And all of us, but strategically, we have put together this formula where we're motivating other people. We are not trying to reinvent the wheel. We don't have to create a literacy program because there's literacy programs all over Detroit that we can support and help. We don't have to create a gardening program because there's a gardening program. If we could give more visibility, more volunteers, and through exposure like this with you, then it helps raise all boats.
Yeah.
So we really are all in this together. And our thing is just, you want a better Detroit. I want a better Detroit. How can we work together to make it happen?
Yeah.
And that's all we're concerned with. We aren't concerned about politics or, who you vote for, all that. We're concerned about one thing, better Detroit. And if your heart is open to a better Detroit, that's how this happens. And so this day tells you that Detroit is full of good hearts all over this neighborhood. People you may have never heard of or never will hear of, but they're out in their neighborhoods. They're doing things. What this day tells them, say, you are special. What you're doing is special, and we want to recognize it. And we've been very blessed in that the sponsors have come forward every year. The people have come forward every year, and it's worked every year. Every year there's challenges, like even through the pandemic. We had people stay in your house and do something on your front porch. And with that, we still have over 100 events that in the pandemic year. So we'll have over 100 again this year. So it's an amazing thing that Detroit should celebrate and be proud of. I call it a day of neighborhood pride and neighborhood power because work's getting done. There's parties and picnics, but also a lot of work too. And it's like the old days we had the old-fashioned barn raising. And they raise the barn, and then after the barn is raised, everybody sits around, has a good meal, and starts talking. And that's going to be happening all over Detroit on August 1st. Now, registration deadline is July the 15th, but you can go to our website, arisedetroit.org. There's a $50 registration fee. For that, you're going to get a custom-made banner with the name of your organization. You're going to get some nice T-shirts. If you're doing a cleanup project, you're going to get a voucher worth $100. You can walk into a store, say, give me my $100 as supplies. And all the events are on our website. And we work with the local media. I hire a video team. I hire reporters. I hire photographers. So we chronicle all those things. If you go to our website, arisedetroit.org, you can find videos and everything of past Neighborhoods Day. So it's a day where the work is done and also the work is celebrated and the work is seen, shown, and heard.
Yeah. Luther, it's always great to have you here with us on American Black Journal. Congratulations on 17 years of Neighborhoods Day, and we'll hope to see you around the city.
Okay. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, support, and thank you for everybody else out there viewing this for all your support to make this day possible.